other end type 50. And he forced the nose in. Worked out lands. Where did it fly away? This is the Cheers to That international tour to New Zealand.
Hey guys, do you know I've got cystic fibrosis?
By the way, no one from New Zealand will find that funny. And this is gonna be the hardest part about the next 2.5 weeks is I'm gonna be like, hey mate, what do you do? Oh, I'm an accountant. And I'm gonna be like, and they won't understand why. I bet we'll just say like a setup to a joke and they'll think it's hilarious. Because we'll be like, yeah, you know, man. What we're essentially predicting is a lot of very reciprocal racism for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, if I don't get a kiss from Jacinda or Gandalf in the first 20 minutes, I'm out.
New Zealand delicacy, L&P, lemon and Peiroa will do the official taste test. It is a weird flavour, like when you put like a lemon, like a powdery sort of like tablet into a drink. But it's fine. It's okay.
I just want to say that Blake Pavey's review does not reflect everyone's position and stance on L&P. I think it's a great beverage, and about 4 litres of it was consumed per day by the entire crew on the tour after that review. Is that true?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Who do you reckon have like the most fun job in?
I'm a stripper.
Oh, let's go! You love your job? Yeah. That's great. What's the best thing about being a stripper?
Apart from the money, like meeting people.
You like meeting people? Yeah, that's what they're there for. Just a few blokes going to make friends. I've never gone like this on someone's face. Then they're like, anyway, mate, Luke, lovely to meet you. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened at the strip club?
Probably when 2 guys like suck their dick in the spa.
For those up top, 2 guys suck their dick in a spa, did you say?
Yeah, we've got spa.
Why do you have spas? You got spa rooms? Dude, best strip club ever. Were they like a couple?
No, so their wives were best friends and they went out.
Their wives were best friends.
Because we don't offer sex there and they like keep pushing them. We said no.
So they are strippers for sex?
Yeah, and we said no.
They're like, I'm sick of all this friendship. Can you imagine the conversation, like the thought process that happened? They were just like, man, I want to fuck. And he's like, I want to fuck. And they were like, I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. We were in Auckland, first ever international shows, and it was great. I feel like I just spent half the show learning about New Zealand culture. Obviously they started yelling at me about because I didn't know much about sheep. Classic. I didn't bring it up though, mature. I was gonna say you all fucking say you know so much and I didn't.
Their fucking Gatorade tastes different.
Sorry about my son.
How we going? Night 2 in Auckland, heading to the show. It's gonna be sick.
You know they just call them fruit.
Showed you that 3 times
Yeah, I said at the supermarket, we weren't filming. Doing his new bit. It's about the Irwin family and he's trialling it for the first time in New Zealand, so I don't know. It's bold. I'll never forget that day. So Blake Pavey had a joke about stingrays being actors and he came to us with an additional punchline for the joke.
Yeah, no, I'd never heard anything like it. Not in a good way, it was awful. I mean, you can't fault him for originality.
I thought it was funny. You know what? I laughed. And that's still my biggest regret to this day.
Roles as a human woman. It's gonna be insane because there's so many Stingray actors that are out there, you know? Like Stingray Romano, do you know what I mean? It's like, that was a next reference and yeah. Luke's fucking laughing at me. And that's why in comedy, you don't write bits 10 minutes before you go out on stage. Stingray Romano.
We were like, dude, that's so good. Say it. Silence. I did say to him, look, they may not get it. Oh man, my dad would have loved that. Stingray Romano.
Would have killed in the late 90s for sure.
Turns out everybody does not love Raymond.
Yeah, we told him to say it. I told him to say it. I told him.
How did you feel about the Stingray Romano punchline?
I mean, I wasn't even there, so personally it doesn't really affect me. Wait, why are we in the bathroom again?
We thought it was funny if we shot it in the dark.
I hate these guys.
Stingray and the popular show Everybody Loves Raymond. Raymond what? It's an absolute seeker, but thank you so much for making that possible. You didn't really do anything, you just hated it, and that was perfect. The crowd did not respond well. And that's partly our fault.
It's pretty much exclusively our fault.
we almost dared him to do it. We're not very good friends. Anyway, next up, Coles. The prices. What's going on there?
Last night, I thought about this when I went home. I have this joke where I reference thongs. We call these thongs. And that's stupid, and I agree, but I thought New Zealand called them the same thing. And I was like, oh, lost me thong. And the whole crowd went like that. And I did it twice in a row. And it wasn't until I was going to sleep that I was like, oh, I don't think they call them thongs here. Turns out they call them jandals. What the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah, no, I have a phone. I'm gonna book it in tomorrow.
That's gonna put it tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
Nice meeting you.
Lovely to meet you too.
We got the mother-approved forehead signature.
I can write anything. You're lucky that I'm trustworthy.
Yeah, that looks sick. Footage.
I wanted to show my appreciation for you guys for the 4 years you guys have helped me and just everything you've done.
Oh, dude, that's so lovely. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. And?
Zane.
Sam. Lovely to meet you. Oh my god.
Where's to the concert?
I'm so happy.
It's just blackface.
Oh my god.
By the way, just before we give this to Charlotte, this is a man that he's actually always yearned for accolades for his music, and he's about to get one.
As a beautiful man who makes beautiful music
What is this?
for destroying young blood,
Yes, I did in a basketball match, that was true.
with room blackface award.
Now to spend some time with you.
Man, where are we?
Yeah, okay, great. This is mean. Oh, get Luke to pronounce the Tamaroon. Tamora
Fuck yeah, I don't know. Either
That
way.
wasn't even close.
Oh, it's Tumuranui?
Yeah, so we're in Tumuranui. We're driving 8 hours between Auckland and Wellington because this tour was booked well. We've driven all the way down to Wellington. It was awesome. We passed the 8-hour stare at grass and sheep challenge on hard mode. I also nearly failed the get your car literally blown off the road due to the amount of wind challenge. 4 shows. We just came from Auckland where we did 6 shows. Some of the best sex shows I've ever done. And we're at the Memorial Theatre at the University of Wellington. I haven't been in a university probably since the last time I performed in a university. It's the only time I've ever frequented a university.
Didn't you go to uni?
I went to TAFE, so thank you. I've never been to Wellington before. We went out last night. We saw Oasis live. That was dope.
You know you might find a better place to play.
face, motherfucker!
I love the Oasis part, but
Reese was having so much fun.
Who's gonna love it when we do the exact same thing tonight?
Pretty soon it's called Welling Fun.
6 o'clock.
I can't even.
That's not a trend. You made that up just now, right?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I love it.
It's not a trend yet.
And you two, are you two friends? Sisters? Very good. Cool. Congrats.
Come with a guy.
You were supposed to come with a guy?
Yeah. Said he was busy last minute.
He was busy last minute.
He had a soul because I came anyway.
He had a soul because you still came without him. What a piece of shit.
This is on TikTok. He's probably going to be watching it too.
You're a shit bloke. What do you do?
I'm really chunky teacher.
Great. Doesn't always have to be funny. Sometimes we can just learn a bit about someone. We all go, oh, I think she'd be better off without that guy. But,
Some days it makes me contemplate my life a little bit.
it does make you contemplate your life. Oh, don't do it in front of the kids.
Out there, because it's a lecture hall, all of them have these like little table things that people bring up. So there was that many people who had all of them out that every time they would clap, they'd just go like,
Oh, is that what that was?
yeah, and everyone was doing it.
It's because I drew attention to it. There was a really quiet part of the show, and I heard a guy spin I thought it was a coin, but it was a ring. I heard a guy spin a ring on the table like that.
Yeah.
And it dropped, and I was like, have you got your lecture table? Because we're performing at a university. So I was like, have you got your lecture table up? And he's like, yeah, man, I was just playing with the ring. And then all of a sudden, the whole crowd just pulls it up and just starts fucking banging.
Yeah. What? Are you using one of the tables? Are you just spinning a coin on the table? Is that what I just
it's a ring.
It's a ring. Does that mean, do some people have the lecture tables? They're just sitting there with the... I'm being heckled by the building. Never have I been heckled by the facilities. It's like, oh, good joke. Thank you so much for coming out, Wellington.
Wellington, first time I've ever been here. Great vibes. Probably some of the best shows of the entire tour. The crowds are wild. New Zealand crowds just go hard.
Very sort of, at the meet and greet, they're sort of, oh, thank you very much for coming. But at the show, they're fucking very loud, but also very respectful.
Yeah. I've never seen like a rowdier crowd just with laughing.
It's so fun.
And they're so lovely. Like in Australia, like there'll be a rowdy crowd and people just scream at you.
And yourself, man?
I'm a video editor.
What do you like? What videos do you edit?
I make a kids TV show.
Oh, great! Can you say what it's called?
Rise Kids TV.
Oh, cool. Does anyone know that?
Probably not.
It's global. It's global? Well, it's not fucking here. That's what's